apartment. It's our first ever RHAP Survivor Pre-Game Show. We are ready to go, streaming live, getting you ready, counting down to episode number 2, Survivor Winners at War. And this is a patron-only show. We can have some fun. We're going to take your calls, hear about who you think is going home, predictions for tonight, and everything else you want to talk about. We can do some really cool stuff here tonight. We can take your calls. We're going to be talking face to face about a number of different things. We can take your comments like this. Samuel Jones says, my prediction, too much time spent on the EOE. That's probably a good prediction. So we can take your comments, answer your questions, go like this. Alex says, if it's the Blue Tribe, I could see it being one of the old school guys or Ben if he gets sniffed about trying to go against them. So we're ready to hear your predictions. I want to see your watch parties. I want to see your ritual. I want to see your food. I want to see your shrimp ring, whatever you got. Let's see it here tonight. Let's talk about it as we get ready for episode number 2. And to be honest, I think we'd be hard pressed to be able to top everything that we saw in episode number 1. I was really on the edge of my seat and can't believe we're going to do it again. Can't believe another winner is going to get sent to the edge of extinction. We're going to see what Boston Rob says when he finds out they voted out Amber. Is he going to cry? How's he going to take that? A lot to find out as we see Tony's ladder that he's going to build. We got to see a sneak preview of Tony building a gigantic ladder to climb it up. Looks very dangerous. Nobody can believe what Tony is doing. So that's all fun stuff that we're going to get to see here tonight. So let's go ahead. Let's bring some phone calls on. Looks like we got Braden up first. Let's bring Braden in to chat a little bit about the episode. Braden, how are you, buddy?
Hey, Rob. Good. How about you?
Very good, Braden. You're the first caller in the history of the RHAP Survivor Pre-Game Show here for season 40.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a letdown. I only have my nerd shield. I don't have a viewing party or anything.
Yes. Am I your nerd shield?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. So,
Yeah.
Braden, you were with us last week in LA for the premiere party. Now you're back home for this week. You have anything special planned for the episode? You cook anything? Get takeout?
Nothing special. I'm not sure. I'll probably make something tonight, but I
But
did meet.
you're a West Coaster watching the East Coast feed, right?
Correct. Yeah. I'm in Berkeley, and I actually met a patron who lives one block down the street from me.
Oh, cool.
At the live event. So there have been some talk about getting together, but maybe if not this week, then maybe in the future.
Okay, cool. So you have a question about tonight.
Yeah, I'm having a trouble putting my finger on who the target's going to be on to call. I feel like if Soleil
hold on, you're a little bit of too
Oh.
advanced for us. Could you say the red tribe or the blue tribe?
Oh yeah, sure. I feel like I have a better handle on the blue tribe than I do the red tribe.
Okay.
I feel that if a blue tribe goes to tribal, I think it's going to be Michelle personally.
Okay.
But if it ends up being the red tribe, I don't know. Are they going to stay with the targeting the poker alliance? Are they going to switch to try and breaking up Tony and Sarah, or do you think they'll actually switch over to the queen?
Well, since we're at the top of the show, I guess let me give my predictions for the two tribes, and then you guys can respond to what I'm saying. I think that the key thing that we saw in the last week's episode in the second half, and we didn't see a lot of what was going on over at the Blue Tribe in the second hour of the episode, but we did see, I think it was Ben talking about that, hey, Rob and Parvati are doing everything, that the new school people need to get back together, and that was going to be Ben, Michelle, Adam, maybe bring Jeremy back into the fold, and then they potentially swing back around to Rob or Parvati. I think that they're the people that I think are in danger right now for the Blue Tribe. And then over on Red, I think that it was something that Taryn first pointed me to when I listened to his update about how when Tyson, ended up going to Yule, and Yule kind of protected Tyson, and then also put his hand on Kim. I wonder if then Tyson and Kim were being groomed to be taken in by the 4 single people that don't really have those attachments to go after the Tony, Sarah, Sandra group. And I wonder if Rob and Sandra are the people that I think that could be on the hot seat this week.
I can see that. That's not where my brain's going at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the old school tribe the old school alliance is going to hold together. Jeremy's going to stay with.
Oh, not sure if we lost me or Braden, but okay. Braden, you back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
A little glitch there for a second. Okay. Oh, sorry. We lost Braden. Not sure whose fault that was, but let's go ahead and thank you, Braden, for the call. And let's bring in Josh Leamer. See how Josh is doing. Josh, how are you?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, very good. So Josh is out and about, a man on the streets.
I'm outside my office.
Yes,
Yeah.
first caller on the app of Be Live.
Yeah, that's the only link that I saw on your Facebook post. If there's another way to do it,
but you're not walking around with a laptop, is what I'm saying. You're on
Correct.
your mobile device, right?
That's
okay.
Right.
Okay.
So Rob, you pointed out who you think is going to be voted out from each tribe, but now I want you to predict who, if your predictions come true, who are they giving their fire tokens to?
Yeah. Boy, so if Sandra was going to give a fire token away, I don't know who she likes. I feel like I know all the people she doesn't like. If Sandra was going to give a fire token to somebody, I feel like could it be Sarah? Is that maybe her tightest ally? I feel like that, Sandra is tight with so many of the winners, but I feel like that a lot of the winners that she's really tight with didn't end up making it on the season.
Right. And then I guess Rob would definitely give it to Tyson since he can't give it to Amber.
Yeah, I mean the Tyson and Rob relationship. I feel like it might be a little overstated. Like I think that people think like they're best friends, and Tyson told me that he texted Rob before the season, and Rob never wrote back to him. I really don't know if they are as tight as they say. I mean, Rob, when we were on that panel, or when I went to go see that panel, Rob said he doesn't believe in pre-gaming. He doesn't really talk to people before he goes back and plays on a season. And I do think that is the case. So, I mean, I don't know if there's anybody that Rob is closer to out of the relationships that are there, but I don't know if it's a given that Rob would give it to Tyson.
Yeah. Who else would you think would be a possibility then?
Because I think that the thing we have to remember also, it's not just like who are your friends, but also, Rob is like such a gamer that he might be thinking about like, okay, who is like the person that's the least that I don't need to worry about at all, that I could potentially like, I think Rob is going to be going to Edge of Extinction potentially and thinking about how am I getting back in the game? And I think that Rob is going to be, a real favorite if he does go out early to potentially be the person who comes back between him and Amber, being able to pool the fire tokens. And I think that I would not be surprised if Rob does go out early to see him coming back into the game at some point.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. Well, it was great seeing everybody at the event.
Who's your prediction? Give us who's going out.
For some reason, I think that I think that the old school alliance thing being turned against makes sense, but I think that they might be gun shy to go after Rob directly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe they might like take a shot at like Parvati or Danny or something.
Okay.
And then for the other tribe, I think they're gonna hold, and I'd be worried about Tyson.
Okay, give us one name, because we want to at the end of this we want to know who was the consensus person.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be Parvati. Voted out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That would sting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone except for 3 or 4 would sting.
Yeah.
So.
Did you have fun last week?
Oh yeah, it was great. It was definitely the rowdiest event. I was expecting it to be more like the other know-it-alls viewings.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was very wild.
Okay.
I do have one quick fun
Sure.
story. I was talking with Hannah at the. We were trying to order drinks at the bar,
Yes.
and Philip Shepard walked up to us
Yes.
and thought that she was Sophie.
Sophie. Okay.
Yeah, and then she was like, so he walked up to her, he was like, "Oh, Sophie," and then she was like, "No, I'm Hannah," and then he was like, "Oh, okay," and then he sheepishly walked away.
Yeah.
And,
So I feel like that the nerdy women, like I feel like, okay, all right, I could see Gabby, even Aubrey, but Sophie in that grouping, that's like a different one I haven't heard before.
yeah, so I thought that was funny. All right, Rob. Well, thanks
Okay.
again.
All
See you
right, take
next
care.
time.
All right.
Bye.
All right, let's go to who's up next? Is that Ashley? Okay, here comes Ashley. All right. Ashley, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Very good. Ashley, where are you calling from?
I'm from Wisconsin.
Okay,
Cold day out here.
Ashley's in Wisconsin. It's cold. Do you have anything good going on? You have a Survivor viewing party?
Just with the parents. We're gonna have some pizza and watch.
Okay, that's nice. All right, so pizza party, ready to go. Do you have a question about tonight, or do you want to make a prediction?
Yeah. So, in the preview for this night's episode, we see Adam and Denise talking, and they say Ben knows. What do you think they're talking about? Do they know alliance, to find immunity idol, something like that? Trying to
Ben
figure out.
knows. What could Ben know? Because I think that Adam and Ben are working in lockstep to some degree. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's some new information in terms of that. What the plan is ultimately going to be of who they're going to be going after. Do you have a prediction? Do you think you know?
Yeah, absolutely. It's the preview again.
Yeah. So, but what do you think Ben knows?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking maybe they found a immunity idol, or maybe they found something coming from Amber on the island.
Hmm.
One of the, I don't know, maybe something that
Yeah.
way.
Okay. Be interesting. So who do you think is going to be your boot prediction tonight?
Hard to say.
Yeah. Do you have a prediction for who's going home?
I would add if Sarah went, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay. All right. Sarah Lucina. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the call. Enjoy the pizza tonight. Okay.
Oh, thanks. I will.
Okay. All right. There you go. All right. Let's go to, is this Susanna? Okay. All right. Here comes Susanna. Okay. Susanna, how are you?
Hey, Rob, how are you?
Very good. Who's with you?
This is my daughter, Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin. I have a friend named Caitlin.
Yeah?
Yes.
Nice. So Caitlin's going to do our predictions for tonight.
Okay. What do you got, Caitlin?
So who do you think is going to be voted out, Caitlin?
Adam.
Why?
Adam.
Why?
I don't know. I just want him to get out.
Oh, you don't like Adam? Why? He's a young person. He's a millennial. That's the closest person in age to you probably on this season.
Yeah, probably. She's only 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Caitlin, are you a Yankees fan?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So Caitlin, are you a big Survivor fan? Have you watched a lot of Survivors before this season?
No, I have not.
Yes. Okay.
So we saw David and Goliath, right? You remember Christian, and then you remember Rick Devens, right? Kim, she loves her Kim Spradlin.
Yes, we all do.
Who's your winner's pick then?
Sophie.
Sophie.
Sophie. Okay. Are you guys doing anything fun to watch the episode?
No, we just got some like Chick-fil-A, and we're gonna chill here and watch. Yeah, and watch that episode, just us two. So we wanted to call you. I just wanted to say, Rob, really quick. I know, like, last week was awesome. You did such a fantastic job. I know you're killing yourself about like the logistics of the audio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, a live show is a live show, and you put out so many amazing podcasts this week. So I just wanted to congratulate you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And we're gonna try to make sure that every show is perfect. But I appreciate you being so understanding.
Yeah, of course. Like
And me in it.
Yes.
and you in it. She's been very upset the last 2 Fridays that I got to talk to you and she was not here. So
Okay.
to make sure she got to talk to you tonight.
All right. Well, enjoy the show tonight, and yeah, good luck tonight, Kaylin. Okay. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. All right. Then let's go to who's this? Eric. Okay. Eric is here. Eric, how are you?
Good. How are you, Rob?
Yeah, very good, Eric. What's happening? Where are you calling from?
I'm in Guelph, Ontario, Canada.
Oh, okay. I believe our first Canadian here on the RHAP Pre-Game Show.
Ah, great. Actually, you and I met a while back at the
In
Toronto
Toronto?
live show.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't remember specifically, but
Well, it depends. Did you do something crazy?
oh no.
Okay. All right. Well, if you want to make sure I remember you, just to be like really crazy when I meet you.
I didn't
I
think
meet
of that
too
at the
many
time.
normal people. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Eric, do you have a question about tonight?
I guess I wanted to say, watching this first episode of the season has really reminded me of how great Yule and Ethan are, just as likable people.
Yeah.
I was wondering what you think of their chances of winning the game.
Well, I think that Ethan, he was my winner pick coming in, so I feel like that he's in a really good situation. Even if everything goes to hell with the old school alliance, I feel like he'll be able to sort of like regroup and come back with a different group of people that he could work with. There was a couple times in the episode where you saw Ethan like talking with like different groups of people, and it seems like that he's like really doing a good job so far. And then for Yule, I think that he's in a very good spot right now, but I wonder maybe could he be seen as being too out in front potentially. So Yule did a great job in week 1, but I feel like if I was going to bet on either Yule or Ethan after the first episode, I still would go with Ethan because I feel like that Yule is probably somebody, if they were looking at who is running things over on that blue tribe or on the red tribe, I feel like that he's probably this person that you would point to. So it's harder to play, I think, from that position in a season like this.
I think that's a fair point. For the record, my winner pick was Denise.
Okay.
And she made me nervous the first episode, but
you didn't go to tribal council this week.
Yeah, so that's definitely I guess the best week yet for her.
Best week yet, other than when I guess she won. Eric, who's your prediction to go home?
It's a tough one. I'm gonna go with Sandra.
Okay.
I really don't have a strong feeling on that.
Okay, yeah, really, it could be anybody. It was so nerve-wracking, these last 2 tribal councils, especially that first one. I really just was like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? And then when it wasn't Adam, I was just so floored. So
yeah, I agree.
Crazy times. All right, Eric, thank you so much for the call. Okay.
Thanks so much, Rob.
Okay, who's coming up next? We've got Webb. Okay, let's give it a shot. All right. Webb? Webb, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. Okay. Webb, how are you?
I didn't realize I was going.
Yes, you were next in the queue. Yes. Okay.
Well, so you want to know what the ritual is, right?
Yeah. What do you got? What do you got going on?
So while I'm making dinner with my husband, he's a filthy casual. Hey, Johnny.
Filthy casual. Okay.
Hey.
Where are you guys?
And we're in Chicago.
Okay.
And we haven't lit all the candles yet. I was just getting to that. But we did this thing. This is just, this is not a normal season ritual, but
yes. Do you have a candle for each survivor, and then you're gonna blow it out when they get voted out?
Well, see, the idea is that we're like doing some sort of time travel magic, right? So they're gonna last until the very end because we got their candles going.
Okay.
So,
wait. So is the fire represent their life in the game? Is that how this is going to work, or is this some sort of like a prayer candle for these players that you like the most?
However you want to envision it. Really.
So let me just say, you have Parvati, Sandra, Ethan, Yule, Tyson. Those are your favorites?
Yeah. And my lighter just went out, and then suddenly, and I'm alive, so I didn't get to keep lighting them. But
yeah.
Cooking.
Okay, and what are you guys making?
And it worked, right? Like, I mean, none of these people went home last week.
Yeah, none of them went home. What are you guys cooking? Anything special?
What's that?
Are you making anything special for the episode?
No, we don't really have special food. It's just whatever we feel like cooking. We're making beans and salad, and yeah, we're gonna have a salad, and we're cooking beans and making some chicken.
Okay. Does your filthy casual husband think that you are a weirdo for making candles for your favorite Survivor players?
Well, he did get a good chuckle out of it last week. Totally. But I mean, it was actually a group effort. We had a viewing party last week, and we all got to put forward a name, and he picked Tyson. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good pick. Yeah. All right, that's the same as my son, so you're in good company.
Say, the candles don't represent who I really think we're gonna go to the end, but maybe it'll work, and we'll check in 2.5 months. We'll see. We have a pool going. Also, I don't have Sandra in my tribe, but
okay.
If
the big question.
Stick around and I lose the pool, I'm not going to complain.
Okay, for tonight, who's going home?
Sarah.
Sarah. Okay, I thought Sarah seemed like she was in a good spot last week.
I know, but if they end up going to tribal, and Sarah and Sandra and Tony are on the bottom, and Sandra's got an idol.
Oh yeah, Sandra's idol could be big. I forgot to factor in Sandra's idol in my calculations for tonight.
Right.
Okay. All right. Web. Great to talk to you. Enjoy the salads. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Take it easy.
All right. Take care. Bye. Let's see. Who's this? Dallin. Okay, it's very tiny print on this computer, Dallin. Yes. How are you, Dallin?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Very good. What's going on? You got anything going on for the episode tonight?
No, not really. I mean, I can't really watch until the West Coast feed, though. I don't have access to the East Coast feed, so I have to kind of suffer.
Okay, what will you do? Will you just turn everything off so you don't get spoiled?
I'm pretty good at staying off Twitter. That's the only one I really worry about. Facebook is totally fine though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm used to it.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I know that the West Coast people have a system of making sure that they don't get the episode ruined for them.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I can catch the Western feed if I'm back home in Vancouver, but when I'm on my own, I don't have that access.
Okay. So do you have a prediction for tonight?
I've been feeling Boston Rob, but that's what the previews were kind of making you lean to.
Modding up.
I just feel like that tribe
wrapped around my finger.
Well, I mean, he did really good last week. I was really impressed with his game last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this week, Adam and Denise might gather a group with Jeremy and a few others to kind of go against Boston Rob. But I don't know. Boston Rob's pretty smart, and he's got Amber now on the edge.
He's got Amber, and it's very likely that Boston Rob could potentially be in possession of an idol by the end of the night tonight if Amber ends up sending something his way. I got a phone call from Dr. Mike today, and Dr. Mike was convinced. He's like, if these players were smart, they would have voted out Rob and Amber, and because there was an idol to be found and sent in, then the fix was in to get an idol to Rob or Amber to start the show.
Right.
It's like, I guess so. But I think that's like the fix being in for Rob or Amber also requires Rob or Amber being voted out also.
Right. I mean, I'm not super confident in my prediction, but I don't know. There's something about it that kind of makes me feel like they're going to start smartening up and maybe actually go against Boston Rob.
Yeah,
but
I think that was foreshadowing last week when they talked about how hey, Rob and Amber are running this whole thing, or I'm sorry, Rob and Parvati are running the whole show. We gotta make sure we gotta come back against them.
Exactly. You can never trust the preview, so that's why I'm kind of thinking it's not going to happen, but you never know, right?
That's why I would love to get. I know we don't get the exit interviews, but I really would love to get more insight into how did the vote get to Natalie last week, where that it seemed like in as I've watched the episode a couple times, it feels like that Adam was the one that got the target put on there. But you saw Rob and Parvati talking about, is everybody dumb? Is anybody else playing? And then we saw after that, Ben talking about if we don't stop Rob and Parvati, they're just gonna run this whole thing. So it makes it seem like that Ben looked like he was part of that plan with Adam. So it seems like that the players that are out there are feeling like that it was Rob's decision. And if it was Rob and Parvati's decision, I think it was a bad one.
Right. Yeah. So
why blindside Jeremy?
Right. So it's this season is just super unpredictable so far. You just don't know who's gonna. It's so hard to predict.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing that I also noticed in my rewatch was the idol that Sandra got. It said that the idol was good for your next 3 tribal councils, not the next 3 tribal councils. Because I feel like during last season on Island of the Idols, the wording was the next 2 tribal councils. So if you didn't go to the next 2 tribal councils, the idol was worthless.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that by the Island of the Idols, I do think that that was the case where I think that so Kelly Kim, she got her idol. I think it was the 2nd episode that she went to the Island of the Idols, and so I think it was good for 3 tribal councils, and I think that that was. And she used that idol on Dean in episode 6. So I think that that rule was in place by, I'm not sure if that was always the case, but that I think that is the case now, your next 3 tribal councils.
Right, because I didn't catch it until my 2nd viewing, and I was like, oh, I think that's a little different, because I feel like in the past it was the next, but
yeah. So I think it is for your next 3 tribal councils. Okay.
Right.
All right. So and so your pick to go home tonight is who?
I mean, I don't think it's going to be Boston Rob, but that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. But if it's not Boston Rob, then I think either Kim or Tyson's in trouble, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. I don't like that. All right.
Tyson was my winner pick going in, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I was not I got to be honest. I was really shook after the premiere. I was not expecting Tyson to have his back against the wall like this. I was sweating bullets at the premiere. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was going to be in a really good position, but
yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. All right, Down. Thank you so much for the call. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. All right. Take care. Bye. All right. Who's up next? Coach Jones. Okay. Coach, are you there? Okay, I'm doing very well. Coach, are you here to play the trumpet for me? That's the real coach. That's why he's the real coach on Twitter. Coach Wade, yeah.